Hello Floreena, and welcome to this interview.
Thank you, Jack. It's a pleasure to be here.
Floreena, let's begin right out from the beginning. And when and where were you born?
I was born here in Bendigo, in Revere Street here in Bendigo, quite a few years ago.
Now, your love of country music came at a very early age. Can you tell us your earliest memories of your family music get-together?
Okay, I can remember. They were very enjoyable times when my dad and the family would go up to the Murray River, and we'd go fishing and we'd have our campfires going, and he would take out his mouth organ and his button accordion, and we'd all sing songs around the campfires. It was really wonderful. And that's my earliest recollection of music, but I've always loved music.
And I believe that you actually borrowed a friend's guitar and learned how to play it.
I did. I had a desire to learn. We couldn't afford to buy a guitar when I was a young girl, and I borrowed a friend's guitar and started to sort of teach myself, but eventually I gave the guitar back and just sort of tried to listen to music on the stereo, and learned a lot that way.
I believe that it was in 1977 you formed a band practically with your husband.
I did. In 1977 we formed our band called Tumbleweed, and the first band performance that we actually did was at a wedding anniversary in Kyabram, and we thought there was only going to be a couple of people there, but turned out to be well over 100. And we had a fantastic time, and we decided then we had to continue on with the music because it gave us so much pleasure.
Where did the band perform?
Well, the band performed when my husband was alive. We performed at many parties and functions like that. And then it wasn't until my husband died in 1984, and I decided I'd continue on with my music, but I ventured out to bigger fields. And then I ended up performing in Deniliquin, New South Wales, Victoria, and some of Melbourne, and even in Adelaide. And we had a tremendously great time by towing the band trailer behind a bus, and we'd take people and our fans with us, and wherever we performed, and a lot of those people still contact me today and talk about old times.
I also believe in 1981 you appeared at Wandong.
I did appear at Wandong, and I also appeared with the band at Wandong, and I entered into a Dolly Parton contest at Wandong.
That would be interesting.
It was very interesting because the people kept cheering, and they applauded me, even though there was a lot of other entrants as well. They asked me if I'd walk around the crowd as Dolly Parton, and I said and they would give me a police escort, so I had 2 police escorts as we mingled through the crowd at Wandong, and they were great years as well.
And you also appeared in Tamworth around about 1982.
I did. I did appear in Tamworth. We played at several venues in Tamworth at the time, and I got sick for some reason. I got a rash and had to come home early, but it was a great festival, and I enjoyed performing there and met a lot of the big stars as well.
Now, we're just jumping through different questions here, but of your career. But in 2002, you teamed up with Olive Bice and Anne Conway.
Yes, tis jumping a little forward. I did, and we had a wonderful time. Anne Conway is a brilliant artist and is very well known. So is Olive Bice. Olive Bice has been a great inspiration to me, and we decided the 3 of us would join together and perform as the 3 country divas. Now, I have not been as fortunate as Oliver and Anne. I've never been able to, venture out to a lot of the big things and enter into contests and do a lot of those sort of things. But my career has been very colourful in the field that I actually worked in, and I have become very well known throughout the country music industry.
In 2006, you also formed a bluegrass band.
I did. And the Bluegrass Band was a great band also. There was 7 or 8 members into that particular band. There was Jeff Morris. He was a wonderful friend. Jeff was blind, but he loved to sing and entertain, and bluegrass was his forte. He just loved bluegrass music. I had Penelope Somerville, that's very popular now, that's out playing the violin. And I had Sue and Roy Webb. Sue Webb plays the harmonica and the ukulele. And we had a dobro with Tony Ryan. We had Chris Ryan on banjo. And then we had Finn Matthews on the big slap guitar, bass guitar. And what a wonderful time that was. I loved the harmonies and the sound of all those instruments together. But I'd also like to jump right back into the early years when I missed telling you about. It was about my father. Was also in the Eaglehawk Brass Band. And he, even in the Army Band, and I'm going back in the early 1900s, and he played the double bass trumpet, is it? The great big double bass trumpet. And on one of my recent albums, I have a photo of him there sitting with his instrument. And my father loved music, and I think obviously that's where I got it from.
And Floreena, today, do you sing solo or do you still do duets?
I sing solo and I sing together with other people, or if there's a band and they've got a guest spot, I'll go along and sing with that. Oliver and I often go out and sing together and do lots of things together. Once you're into music, you never want to give it away. And so I'm still out there doing it today.
When was your first album recorded?
My first album was recorded in 1986. My first album, and it's an album called Floreena. And there's a lot of great songs on that particular album. There's some Yodels and really good old country songs. And it's still selling well today. And
how many albums have you recorded and still available today?
Well, the whole 5 of them. I have 5 albums. This is the Floreena one. And Floreena's Country Favourites was the next album. And the next album was the No One Needs to Know, which was recorded mainly for line dancers, boot scooting music. And we recorded that with Jim Moran. And this particular album, and it's called For the Good Times, and I recorded that because all my career I call The Good Times. And my recent album was recorded by Olive Bice's son for me, Lee Bice from Luigi Studios, and he recorded my last album there, and there's a lot of Dolly Parton songs on there and Yodels. But I'd like to tell you about the Gymkhana Yodel that's actually on that particular album. Was recorded for my 2 daughters, because the story has it when my 2 daughters were very young and we'd go to Gymkhanas, I would sing that song to them on the way to and on the way home from the shows, and so I thought I should record the song, and that's why it was recorded.
And I believe on one of your albums, and now I'm not sure which one, but you'd be able to pick it out, that you actually wrote a yodel for a particular song.
Yes, I wrote the the Yodel for Bet You My... no, Send Me the Pillow You Dream On. You threw me a bit there, yeah. Send Me the Pillow You Dream On was the name of the song. And I put a yodel in the middle of that. I wrote the yodel myself and added that yodel in it. And it's very, very popular today.
And so is your yodeling at your shows. People still ask for the yodel songs.
Every now and then I think I don't think I'll do the yodels, I'll just keep singing, but everywhere I go somebody says, you're going to yodel for us tonight. So yes, yodeling is still a part of my music.
Now, apart from country music, well, it's not apart from country music, but apart from your career in country music, you also do radio.
I do radio with great joy. I have been in radio, a radio announcer now for 20 odd years, and I've had the opportunity to be able to promote country music artists. I've interviewed Adam Brand and a lot of the big stars. I've also compared a show for Adam Brand when he was here in Bendigo, and I was asked to compare his show at the shopping complex here, and it was just absolutely full of people that were here to see Adam Brand. So that was another part of my career. And as far as the radio is concerned, I'm still interviewing today, still promoting country music, and still enjoying that. And I've got to know many of the great stars.
So, what station did you originally start at?
I started at Triple C FM here in Bendigo in Central Victoria, and then for the last 6 years, I think it is, to 7 years, I've been with a station called Phoenix FM, which I was on I am a foundation member of that radio station, and was on the committee there for the first 12 months, 6 months. I love radio, I'm still on it today, and I actually have a great program on that radio station, and it's called Pioneers of Country Music, and yourself, Jack Patton, Drongo Jack, they tell me his name is, rings me from Sydney, and he and I discuss all our country music stars. We talk about the history of country music. We talk about old stars that are trying to make it big today, and we both enjoy promoting them and giving them some great exposure on these radio programs. And
Floreena, it's always a pleasure to get feedback from those particular shows, but one in particular was one from Canada.
I did. Through my website, Jack. I have a website called Floreena Promotes Country, and for probably the last 6 to 7 years, I've had my website called Floreena Promotes Country, and I invite all people to ring in or send me an email or contact me in some way, which all those particulars are on my website, floreena.com. And Floreena is spelled F-L-O-R-E-E-N-A, and it's .com. And if you go onto my website, you'll find that there's a lot of pages on the site that promotes country music, and also it takes you back in time. Yourself, Jack Patton, you contact me and send me lots of information, which I upload onto the website as well. We have pages called Memory Lane, Down Memory Lane, which talks about many of the early stars and the songs that they've sung. We also have Pioneers of Country. We have lots of pages, the country music clubs, birthdays, country music artists' birthdays, lots of things. So go on and have a look at our website, and I'm sure you'll enjoy what you see if you're interested in country music. I'll repeat that again, floreena.com, that's spelled F-L-O-R-E-E-N-A, and you'll also see Drongo Jack on there as well.
like a few other artists in Bendigo, you put on concerts or shows for fundraising.
I have raised a lot of money over the many years with music. I do promote the country music artists, and I arrange for them to perform for me at many of these shows, and we raise a lot of money. And presently, even here in 2014, I'm going to have another show, which is going to be on the 18th of July 2014. And there's several artists on it, great artists like Olive Bice, Cameron Mason and myself. And of course Drongo Jack is going to do one of his comedian acts, and he'll do it really well. So it'll be another great night. The show is already pretty well booked out, and it's raising a lot of money for the Neiman Pick Foundation.
And Floreena, apart from Tamworth, you also appeared in Horsham.
Yes, I've appeared in Horsham for probably in 2008. I performed there when they first started their festival, and I performed as Dolly Parton and myself as well, but I performed on the main stage as Dolly Parton, and certainly lifted a few eyebrows on that particular occasion. But each year I have gone back and performed there. I got an award last year from the festival, which I was delighted to receive. And it's a very happy festival to be at. I like the country festivals.
And Floreena, over your musical career, can you pinpoint the thing that most stands out for you?
I think the joy of performing to people. I love people. I love their interaction with the artists. I truly believe that without the people, without the public that support you when you perform, we wouldn't be performing, because they are a main part of performing. They make you popular, and they're the ones that give you a name, and they have their favourites like everybody else. They like to, but here in Bendigo and Central Victoria, I've been very, very lucky to have a great following. Even though I haven't been winning awards and all those sort of things, I've had a great time in the country music industry, and I have made a name for myself, which I'm proud of.
So you should be.
Yeah.
And to sum it up, if you could, would you change anything?
Not at all. I think life's full of ups and downs in life. But at the end of the day, life is the most valued treasure that we have. And even though we have our downs, we have a lot of ups in life too. And I think we should only try and think of the good times and not the bad.
Thank you very much, Floreena, for this interview.
Well, it's been a pleasure, Jack.